Have a delightful morning, CSTian. Welcome to academic year 2021-2022 virtual orientation. My name is John Mark Ramirez Mendoza, Program Head of the School of Teacher Education, and I am in task to give you relevant information about the grading system of the school, the CSTC Inc., particularly the School of Teacher Education. But before that, allow me to give you first the vision and mission of the STE, which rooted from its parent institution, the CSTC Inc. Its vision states that the CSTC STE envisions to become a sustainable top transformational learning community and center of excellence for undergraduate teacher education curriculum program. Its mission, the CSTC STE seeks to deliver its best forms by equipping its primary stakeholders with adequate and relevant competencies to teach with high regards for learning imbued with proper work attitude and values, produce outstanding research and excel meaningfully in the practice of their specialization at any level. At this moment, let me give you an overview of the contents of the school grading system that all of your teachers will utilize in computing and giving you a grade. The new grading system of CSTC Inc. contains three essential components, namely percentage, number equivalent, and letter equivalent. So to discuss this, let us start with the highest. If you receive a grade that falls under 98 to 100, it has a number equivalent of 1.00 and letter equivalent of A+. If you receive a grade that falls under 95 to 97, it has number equivalent of 1.25 and letter equivalent of A. Then, if you receive a grade that falls under 92 to 94, it has number equivalent of 1.50 and letter equivalent of A minus. If you receive a grade that falls under 89 to 91, it has number equivalent of 1.71 and letter equivalent of B plus. Then, maintaining grade of the STE students, including those students who are enrolled in a board examination program. If you receive a grade that falls under 86 to 88, it has number equivalent of 2.00 and letter equivalent of B. Moreover, if you receive a grade that falls under 83 to 85, it has number equivalent of 2.25 and letter equivalent of B minus. If you receive a grade that falls under 80 to 82, it has letter equivalent of C plus and number equivalent of 2.50. Then, if you receive the grade that falls under 77 to 79, it has number equivalent of 2.75 and letter equivalent of C. Lastly, the lowest, if you receive a grade that falls under 75 to 76, it has number equivalent of 3.00 and letter equivalent of C minus. If you receive a grade below 75, which means 74 to 50, it has number equivalent of 5.00 and letter equivalent of D. The next slide contains the final grade rating and the remarks that your teachers might possibly give to you. It contains the following. So if you receive or obtain a grade that falls under 75 to 100, it has a remark of pass. Congratulations. Then if you receive a grade that falls under 70 to 74, you will receive a remarks of incomplete. So take note, if you receive an incomplete, you need to comply this immediately before we allow you to enroll and be promoted to the next level. Then, if you receive a grade that falls under 51 to 69, it has an automatic remarks of failed. You need to repeat the subject. Then, if you receive or obtain a grade that falls under 50, you will receive a remark of authorized drop, AD, unofficial drop, UD, or leave of absences, LOA. The next slide contains the grading components of CSTC Inc. and it is presented as follows. In higher education department, each subject you enrolled may be classified as general education courses, professional education courses, and major courses. The activities that your teachers might give to you can be classified into the following. It could be written works, performance tests, or major examination. It has a weight of, for written works under general education, it has an equivalent of 30%. Performance test, general education, 40%. Major examination under general education, 30%. For professional education, written work, 30%. Performance test, 40%. And major examination, 30%. For major courses, written works, 20%. Performance test, 60%. And major examination, 20%. This slide contains the number of examinations that we have here at CSTC. Last academic year 2020-2021, the transition period, the school applies for terms in its examination, namely prelim, midterm, pre-finals, and finals, that which the students' grade in pre-finals also serve as their grade in the finals. At the present semester of academic year 2021-2022, that is stated, there is no going back to the traditional full-pack face-to-face learning. Flexible learning is the new normal. The school modifies the number of examination. From 4 terms, it became 3 that comprise of prelim, midterms, and finals. Each term has an average of 33.33%. Putting all together resulted to 99.99% or 100%. As students, you are all required to take the 3 examination. Failure to accomplish 1 term means incomplete. Missing 2 or 3 terms indicates that you agreed to receive grade of 69 or below or simply 5.00 a failing mark. This slide entails the important dates to remember while you are enrolled in CSTC for academic year 2020-2021. Last August 9, 2021, Monday, your subject teachers already received their teaching load. Today, they are all ready and prepared to teach you. Next is August 16, 2021, Monday, the start of teaching and learning activities. Followed by September 23 to 25, 2021, Thursday to Saturday, are your first major examination. Thereafter, November 4 to 6, 2021, Thursday to Saturday, are for your second major examination. Then, December 9 to 11, 2021, Thursday to Saturday, are the scheduled final examination. After that, January 3 to 7, 2022, Monday to Friday, 5 days are for distribution of e-grades and enrollment for second semester. Then lastly, January 17, 2022, Monday is the start of online classes for second semester. At this moment, let me share you something about the school retention policy. What particular department in CSTC employs the retention policy? Why did the school needs to implement the retention policy? So, if you are students enrolled in the School of Teacher Education, particularly in the Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, Mathematics, Social Studies, and Filipino. Bachelor of Technical Vocational Teacher Education, major in Automotive Technology, Electrical Technology, and Food Service Management. Bachelor of Physical Education, major in School Physical Education. Bachelor of Technology in Livelihood Education. Bachelor of Culture and Arts Education. Bachelor of Early Childhood Education. And from the School of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Psychology. And from the School of Business and Accountancy, BS Accountancy Program. So these programs and schools employ the retention policy. So why do we need to employ the retention policy? Of course, to produce quality graduates and likewise to maintain the school program open and operational. If the school will continuously adopt and implements open admission in the earlier said programs and fail to produce board passers, the PRC and the CHED will recommend the school to close its board examination program. So what is under the retention policy of the school? STE, the SAS in Psychology program, the SBA in Accountancy program employ system of selective retention of students to ensure that those who remain in the profession possess a reasonably high level of scholastic achievement, appropriate aptitudes, interests, and personality traits. The overall or cumulative GPA of students will be evaluated every 2 semesters. The CGPA requirements for retention of each student will be 2.00 or 86 to 88. Students who fail to meet the target CGPA requirements in one academic year will be recommended to shift in a non-board examination course. At this point, allow me to orient you about the BLEP, Board Licensure Examination for Professional Teachers policy of the school, most specifically in the School of Teachers Education. It is being implemented to ensure that the test takers are well prepared for the upcoming board examination. Also, to ascertain that the three-letter LPT will be attached to the name of the test takers after the examination. So now, let me give you the guidelines for pre-service teachers who wish to take LET, Licensure Examination for Teachers. Aspiring teachers are required to enroll in the in-house BLEP Enhancement Review Program of CSTC to increase the level of their readiness for the upcoming board examination. Aspiring teachers are required to take the mock board examination with 85% passing rate. Aspiring teachers who pass the mock board examination will be automatically qualified for the issuance of transcript of record for board examination and still will be endorsed together with the flunkers of the first mock board examination to the School Partner Review Center for Extensive Review Program. Aspiring teachers who flunk in the first mock board examination are obliged to take the final mock board exam and must obtain 85% before he or she will be permitted to file and be a part of the upcoming board examination. Failure on the final mock board examination indicates that they unsuccessfully achieved the desired level of readiness, thereby will not be allowed to take the actual board exam and repeat the entire review process. Additional one-year teaching experiences related to the area of their specialization is a prerequisite for them to be a part of the next school-initiated board licensure examination for professional teacher Review Enhancement Program. So thank you for watching and likewise for listening. Mabuhay CST Sian!